What's up everyone, this is Than from Advanced Reef Aquarium bringing to you today a product spotlight video on the NOVUS brand scratch removal kit for acrylic aquariums. The NOVUS cleaners are a three-step process, starting with step 3, which is the most coarse, and ending with step 1, which is more or less a finishing polish. Step 3 takes out the heavier scratches. Step 2 removes the finer scratches, and lastly, step 1 finishes the aquarium, giving it a very clean appearance. To demonstrate just how effective the three-part system is, we're going to use a heavily scratched tank. But before we begin, we have to make certain there's no debris in the aquarium because any small hard object that gets stuck in the towel can create more scratches. This acrylic aquarium had a crushed coral substrate that needs to first be removed. Now that the substrate is all gone and the tank rinsed out, you can see the extent of the damage over the years. There are some very deep scratches and even some paint on the front pane. For super deep scratches, some hobbyists use a very fine sandpaper, but for this demonstration we're going to start with just the NOVUS scratch remover and see how far we can get. Step 3, as we mentioned earlier, is the coarse solution for heavy scratches. As an aside, the NOVUS 123 system is not an aquarium-specific product. It's a general plastic scratch removal system that can be used on all sorts of surfaces, not just an acrylic aquarium. If you're selling off used equipment such as skimmers, reactors, or sumps made from acrylic, polishing up before resale can really help move it. For a tank that has been scratched this heavily, I found myself using step 3 by far the most. It may sound a bit excessive, but I probably spent 4 hours on this step. You can already see the difference the scratch remover is making, however, so at least that is a good sign. Okay, let's fast forward a bit to step 2, the fine scratch removal solution. Unlike step 3, which has a gritty texture, step 2 feels kind of like liquid clay. It's very hard to describe. I found that I used step 2 the least. I probably spent less than an hour for this step, but I could tell that it does a really good job of bringing out a more finished polish. Lots of folks in the hobby knock acrylic tanks because they seem to develop scratches if you look at them too hard, but there is a huge benefit to being able to restore a tank that was this severely damaged. Okay, we are on the final step, ironically labeled step 1. If someone knows why the steps are in reverse order, please by all means post it in the comments below, I'm really curious. Anyhow, step 1 is the final polish. It really gives the tank a crazy clear finish. Once the tank is set up and running, this is the formula you will likely use the most as a weekly polish to wipe off smudges and keep the tank looking new. Let's take a look at the final side-by-side comparison of the tank before and after the NOVUS treatment. The difference is nothing short of witchcraft. Thanks so much for watching, and please subscribe to get the latest product spotlights from Advanced Reef Aquarium. Take care, you guys.